MX-5s, they love this track as well. As we know, the battles in the last race was pretty impressive.
You know why they blew the whistle? Change of commentary. I'm out. Geordie Peters is in, so I'm going to leave you to it. Enjoy this race because it was guaranteed, based on what we saw before, to be a lot of fun.
Thank you, Rusty. I cannot wait for this race. If anything like the last race is to go by, this one is going to be an absolute stunner. As Geordie takes a seat next to me there, gets the headphones on, I can see the excitement in you, mate. You cannot wait for this one either.
No, I cannot wait. It's going to be fantastic. I just saw on the last shot there someone with their bonnet up, so early dramas before we've even got underway.
Yeah, I missed that actually in terms of who that was, so we'll try and get to the bottom of that. Maybe we can get Stephen to run around down in the lane. Yeah, it's
Marco Braid.
Yeah, unfortunate for him. We know he's very, very fast and had a great result, so he's throwing the belts on at the same time, which definitely you need to make sure those are done up before he gets on track.
Absolutely. They nearly all of them, just Marco left to go, get out on track. We saw 4 wide earlier this morning. They say they do 5 wide. Do you think that's on the cards for this race, last race of the weekend for them?
I reckon we could see 5 wide, no problems. And just the racing that this category provides, isn't it just so much fun the way that they get stuck in there? And you can sense the camaraderie as well when they're all out there. They're just enjoying their racing. It's hard, it's fast, it's fair racing, and but at the same time, they still want to win. It's as simple as that. They still want to win. As we know, Justin Allen, who's done a lot of Toyota 86 racing and who's a championship contender in that category as well, he's super fast, and this is where he cut his teeth. This is the championship where he learned his craft, and after watching it, I can see why he's as quick as he is.
Absolutely, like you say, they all want to win. There's great camaraderie, and it's probably a really good formula, I suppose, from a driving point of view, to learn how to drive. You've got control tyre, pretty much stock standard road cars. There's not a lot of setup to do on them. There's not a lot done in terms of modification or performance enhancements. We heard earlier the race when Nick Cummings had 170,000 kilometres on his engine. It's just ridiculous.
And then 2 season-old tyres. You know, you can't do that in many other categories. Go racing with 2 season-old tyres and still be competitive. So it's just quite an attractive way to go racing. And tell you what, I was super excited with the last one, so I'm fizzing. Can't wait for this.
Do you think maybe in a couple of rounds of the Winter Series, maybe you might have to make a cameo appearance?
I reckon. Putting the call out now. Count me in.
There we go, MX-5 races. If anyone's got a spare car in the Winter Series, Andrew Waite is keen as mustard to get out there and join in on the action as the cars take to the grid now for what will be their final race of the weekend. Grid being formed by an accumulation of their points, so the highest point scorers across the previous 2 races. We'll start in descending order, which will have, I think, Justin Allen, no, Nick Cummings, sorry, will be on pole position, car number 3, after winning this morning's race.
So we see the last car coming back around as well. Marco Braid, he's going to be building in there very shortly.
And let's take a look at that grid. Justin Allen, number 1, Nick Cummings, but I think we're underway and we're racing. Before we even get to do the grid, Nick Cummings leads them away. Justin Allen, though, right alongside him. But Cummings has got the lead as they head down into 1. Allen's going to look to go down the inside, show the nose, but just sits in behind. Oh, big move from Dean Evans. The Aussie come Kiwi car journo.
See there, great start there by Cummings into the lead of the race, but Justin will not let him get away. He will be pushing on, as you can see them making their way into Splash. You can see a little bit sideways for a few of them. Some serious racing going on, as we can see Braid as well, still struggling with his car. Saw off the line in the background. He's got some issues with that car for sure. And you can actually see right in the background there, he's had to pull off to the left-hand side of the road. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a safety car here, especially where he's positioned.
Yep, and the recovery crews will be looking to make sure that we can get him back to safety. The Manfield official team doing a great job, the Manawatu Car Club, making sure we can go racing. But look at the racing out on track, it's fierce. And there's that stricken car of Marco Braid just on the left there at pit exit, side by side coming out of Repco. That's the battle for sort of the lower part of the top 10, but just as fierce as ever.
Are we going to get another 4 wide here? Nearly got 3 wide as it come down the back straight into the last corner. So much fun that last corner. The wire just gets into the camber. You can just have so much fun through there. Look at the battle going on here.
74, that's Mike Greenfield and Dean Evans going at it for the last spot on the podium. Evans is going to look to the inside. at turn 1, get the move done. Lots of movement, tries to force Greenfield out wide, gets the move done. Car number 11, Dean Evans, slots it into a podium position as they come now into Splash.
Super late break there for Evans down into turn 1. Obviously, as you're making the move up the inside, you're going onto the dirty line, so that's where it gets very, very hard to break late, but then also get the car stopped as well. So he did very well to pull that up, and I like the way as well he sort of split left and then went back to the right to sort of open out Greenfield in front. So let's have a look at a replay of it. So he's up the inside, you can see it's just a little bit of a dirtier line on the inside, but he managed to get the move done up the inside. Great stuff.
Did that look like to you a sort of a secondary movement where Greenfield almost had to hesitate to turn in because Evans was holding him out? That's strategic, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and that's what you want to do as the car on the outside. You want to squeeze the car that is passing you down as narrow as you can, so then they've got to turn for longer on the exit, so they take longer to get on the throttle. So that's what you're trying to do there, but very, very hard to get it done properly, and but yeah, great crack at it at the same time.
We see the battles emerging now as we get a couple of laps into this race. 7 laps here to go at Manfield Circuit Crusade, and all was that a little bit of a moment there for one of the cars near the back of the field. That's the freight train of MX-5s heading down the front straight. The effect of the tyre was a draft, and hopefully maybe some bump drafting will show. It's car 41, Matt Dilly looks to get down the inside of Dennis Churcher. That's for the battle for 9th and 10th.
Great move by him. Obviously, he had a few struggles in the race previously, so good recovery by him. Obviously, with his accumulated points, he would have to start quite far down the grid, but he's looking pretty racy at the moment.
Throwing the nose down the inside too, number 9, ultimately not quite getting the move done to Splash.
And down to turn 5 here, is he going to be able to come back up the inside? Not quite. Battles just keep raging on. Number 74, Mike Greenfield there pushing on super hard, having a good battle there with Oliver Satford. So making their way down the front straight. Oliver on the inside of the track, defending his position. Is Mike Greenfield going to be able to hang on around the outside? Just still side by side as they make their way back around onto the front straight. Manages to hold on to the position. This is some cool racing, fierce and fast.
It's great to see Mike Greenfield out there as well. He's actually just sort of making a cameo appearance for this one round. Driving his Roger Greeny's car down the inside. That move, but here's another bigger battle pack.
How's this?
3 versus 3.
Great battle. Plenty of cars in the mix here. Got to look left, got to look right, got to see your surroundings and what is going on. The number 41 there, Matt Dilly, he's coming through. He's very, very fast at the moment.
Andrew, just talk us through that. You're in a battle pack, there's 6 of you. Obviously, you've got the mirrors in your car, but you're going at 180 kilometres an hour. You're changing gears, you're trying to find braking points. Where are you looking when you've got that many cars around you? Or is it all just guesswork?
You're looking everywhere. You're obviously looking forward as you want to find your position. And in that situation, as you're heading down here, you, as the car behind, say Matt Dilly there, you want to go left to try draw the car in front out wide, but at the same time you're looking behind going, I don't want that car behind to also come up the inside of me. Is all we can see a bit of a lock up there for Churcher. Went a bit wide, but you're looking everywhere, and that's where you would have heard it before, professional drivers and that awareness that they have, and this is a great category for gaining that awareness as a driver. And racecraft, that comes under the racecraft umbrella. If you've got awareness, that's really good for your racecraft as well. As you can see, side by side again, everywhere they go, and they're just racing properly as well. They're racing fair. They're not forcing each other off the track here or there. They're doing a great job.
Here we go. Here comes that 3 wide action that we were talking about earlier on today.
3 wide. Are we going to go 4 wide down into turn 1?
Doesn't look like it. We've got 2 rows of 3 wide. The great battle. Alex Thorpe's going to win that. That's the battle for 7th position, I believe. Great little battle pack. It just shows that despite 170,000 kilometres on the clock or 3-year-old tyres, the cars are still equal and capable of producing fantastic racing.
Yeah, they really are. It's just so important to have that racecraft as well. And that's another thing as well. When you're doing this sort of racing, you need to gain trust and respect from the other drivers around you. Because if you're a driver who's going to force a car off track or bump another one, then because drafting is such an important thing, no one's going to be willing to work with you to get a result together. So you've got to gain that respect within the category as well.
You're exactly right about the drafting and working together, because we saw earlier in the race the leader kind of break away and then the cars behind work together, switch who was the one punching the hole in the air to work back up and ultimately overtake the leader.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing as well, in this sort of situation where there's a battle like this where you're all hard up against each other, you can't get away. You sort of keep getting forced back into that draft. So that's a very, very difficult situation. Racing continues. Battle Steen Evans up the front there, and this battle here, it is game on everywhere you look. Who's that up the inside there trying to make a move? Number 906, Shane Hayter. We haven't spoken too much about him today. He's quietly been chipping away, getting faster and faster, but having a great battle amongst everyone. Just keep watching these battles unfold up in front of us here. There's Shane Hayter there. Just managed to pull a bit of a gap by the looks of it. It's number 31 there of Chris Greeny. Another one we haven't spoken too much about. Doing a great job there. Enjoying his racing. Having a great day out of the track.
Almost.
Is head back down the main back straight there. Shane's car, brand new to the series. Built that up. Oh, as he drops a wheel down the straight, hitting it off. That is not a place you want to be dropping your wheel off the track.
They were all doing it as well. There's a couple of them, so trying to, I guess, maximise the draft, literally following the car in front. So we see the brand new car, 906 Shane Hayter. 2 laps to go here at Manfield Circuit, Chris Amon. The lead, Nicky Cummings, should I say, sorry, is fairly decent out in front. Oh, car 31. He's got a problem. Chris Greeny. So we saw earlier him a few overtakes. Let's have a look here.
So just as they go down the straight, you can just see. Wow, that is what you call maximising track position. Trying to use all the roads you can, getting out nice and wide, and also tucked in behind Shane Hayter and his brand new machine out there, following the exact draft. He's out wide, I'm coming out wide. I don't want to lose anything.
You've been at DSO before, Andrew. What's your interpretation of that in track limits?
Well, it's longer than you think, that part of the rule book, shall we say. But in saying that, the rule is you can go 2 wheels over the white line, but your inside wheels can be on the white line as well. So it's one way to get it right is quite an important thing. But then at the same time, you can't put any wheels over the back of a curve. So the white line comes into play at some point. So see there, that is effectively off the track. But in a battle, in that situation, you know, it's all part of the racing in that stage. As long as you're not gaining too much of an advantage or doing it 2-3 laps in a row to keep your position, that's when the DSOs will be starting to look at it.
We've just opened up a can of worms here, but it's the last lap of the MX-5 Cup at Manfield Circuit to Amon, and this is the battle for the final spot on the podium. Dean Evans, car number 11, the black car, then 145, Oliver Sapsford and Mike Greenfield battling it out. Justin Allen, our winner, our second place getter from earlier on, he's trying to chase down the race leader, Nick Cummings, but there's quite a gap between them. You can just see there, the exit of the frame, just how far he's got. But he's doing a fantastic job, Justin, for jumping in at this sort of last moment, his home track. Obviously, we're used to seeing him in the Toyota 86 Championship, where he's been one of the front runners this year, done a fantastic job. Really just enjoying the weekend, I think, being behind the wheel and part of the Super Sprint Motorsport New Zealand Championship at his home circuit.
Yeah, and we can see the 145 there of Oliver Sapford, who's doing a great job out there, unfortunately. Oh, another car as well. I think I'm not sure if they were a combined incident. It looked like Oliver went straight off on his own, but it'll be interesting to see if we can get a replay there as we come up towards the start-finish line. Nick Cummings taking the race win.
Great drive by Nick Cummings. We saw him outbox everyone earlier this morning and get the job done. Justin Allen's going to take second place, and Dean Evans, after everyone sort of fell off the track behind him, he's taken the last spot on the podium. It's a great result for him. And now the last few spots in that top 10, the freight train comes in, and it's going to be Greenfield who gets 7th place after losing out in that battle going off the circuit. Real unfortunate for him, but there is our race winner, Nick Cummings. Great drive in the sim racing back. The car looks so sim racing. Might have a sim racing background.
Yeah, you never know. In the iRacing, it's the MX-5s. You cannot beat those things. Let's take a look at the results.
Obviously, our race winner, Nick Cummins, fantastic job. Justin Allen in P2, Dean Evans in 3rd, David Thompson, our 4th place getter with Alex Corp 5th, Matt Dilly in 6th, Mike Greenfield 7th, Oliver Sapsford 8th, Shane Hayter in 9th, and Dennis Churcher rounding out to the top 10. Then the 11th place will be Mark Smith, then Mike Dunn in 12th. And now we wait for the highlights of few DNFs there, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, as we can see at the start of the race there, you can see Dean Evans trying to run around the outside, not quite getting the move done. A little bit too eager on the gas pedal there.
That 906, the new car, Shane Hayter getting amongst it. Dean Evans with that great move that Andrew went through us in detail, the move on Mike Greenfield. That was for the podium spot. Then we saw Churcher and car number 9, Alex Corp, having another ding-dong battle. Then 3 wide, followed by more 3 wide. The battle for the back part of the 10. Car number 41, Matt Dilly going down the inside of Dennis Churcher. Mike Greenfield joining in on the battle too, using all the width of the track. And there it is, car 141 and Dean Evans. The battle for the last spot on the podium. Evans running a little bit wide, and a bit of sideways action there for Oliver Sapsford in car 145. These two were going at it in the later phase of the race. Oh, so there we go. That answers that question.
All on his own.
Oh.
And why not go out and tip it there while you're at it?
And of course, it was Nick Cummings who took the checkered flag. Another great race for the MX-5 class.
Another great race for sure. As we keep looking at that weather, look how dark it's getting out the back there. Not too many teams poking their heads out having a look at it, but definitely from our commentary position, it is looking dark, but it just seems to keep rolling around the back. So whether it hits on us or not, I don't think it will, but certainly I'm sure that the CT Brock teams will be checking those tyre pressures and getting those wets ready just in case.
Absolutely. We'll see everyone in Park Ferme. Justin Allen, our 2nd place giver, talking to the family, the local boy. Also a race winner, Nick Cummings.
He's pretty happy about it. Family supporting. How good is that?
Pick the children up. Hopefully they'll get them on the TV and the podium.
Pretty commanding race win for him in the end there, wasn't he? He managed to stay quite far up in the front, and Justin didn't quite have anything to answer. But the one that had to work for it, Dean Evans, thumbs up.
He's happy, he's stoked. Great camaraderie there, shaking each other's hands after a great weekend's racing. 5 seconds that gap was. So we'll go down now to Stephen McIver to talk to our podium place getters.
Thank you, Geordie. Appreciate that. Lovely to have you on the team, by the way, Geordie Peters. Good fun. Dean Evans is here. Bit of fun. I was going to say it looks like a John Player Special MX-5, but we should look up the sponsor, the Fairview MX-5. Is that right?
Yeah, Fairview Mazda. It's a bit of an homage, I guess, to the JPS colours of the Emerson Fittipaldi and Jim Richards, but it's so cheap and easy with the MX-5 to do. But driven's my job, so I'm normally at a keyboard, and just having fun today. 3rd place, love it. A little bit of bad luck with Marku. He had a problem off the grid with his, I could hear him fluttering.
Why are you worried about an opposition driver?
Well, he was above me on the grid, so I've been in around long enough to actually know just take the luck when it happens. So yeah, really good.
How much joy does it give you in this?
It's fantastic. It's probably the only thing in my life that actually gives intense amount of focus. You are just immersed in that car for those 15 minutes, so nothing else matters. It's just mentally fantastic and draining as well.
Draining as in they're just hard to work around, or is just the mental part just drains you?
Yeah, I can feel the heartbeat actually going out there as well. But yeah, the mental and physical aspect is just it's just fantastic. So the category's fantastic and really, really good fun.
Congratulations, P3 in the final race today.
Good stuff. Thank you very much.
All right, Justin Allen is over here talking to is that your little boy? What's his name?
Oh, we got Leon there.
Leon. Hero. You got who? Aaron. Hero, and Leon. Okay, congratulations, another P2 for you.
Yeah, no, it was a bit of a lonely race in the end there, but hey, look, I didn't have any car pace compared to Nick. He was gone.
Well, what was the difference from the first race? Or the second race?
We went a little bit too far on the setup going the other way, and it was just an extremely bouncy car.
Yeah.
So it was quite a bouncy ride. I was getting a little bit car sick, you know.
Hey, 86s aren't too far away. You excited about getting back to that? I mean, you made a statement at the beginning of the season that you want to be there or thereabouts. Do you feel like you're getting there?
Yeah, like we've got a whole bunch of points going on, obviously into round 3 next week in Hampton. So yeah, I think we're there. You know, it's definitely, by the sound of it, a top 4 fight between myself, Brock, Clay, and Dion. So yeah, bring on Hampton. We'll see. We'll be pretty happy.
Yeah, Dion and Clay are certainly starting to play the game, aren't they?
Oh, they are indeed. But hey, that's the way it's meant to be. But hey, it's been a great weekend. Got to say thanks to MX-5 Racing for allowing me to have a go this weekend. The old man, obviously, for giving his car up this weekend as well. A little bit of panel damage in race 2. Never hurt anyone.
Who's paying for the panel damage? You or him?
Oh, definitely not me.
All right, congratulations, P2.
Thank you.
Hang around, mate. Where's Nick Cummings, who won? Oh, another race one. Hey, how good's that, huh?
Yeah, it was fun. Pretty hot, but yeah, I'm better full of cap.
Don't worry, ambient temperatures around 28 degrees, track temperatures 42 degrees, humidity's about 150%.
Yeah, I'm quite glad that we were driving a hairdresser's car with no cabin, so.
You're not supposed to say that, because my wife's the hairdresser and she had an MX-5.
Yeah, no, well, I'm grateful it's not a proper cabin on a day like this.
Yeah, I mean, they actually set up on ripping the roof off. I mean, how does that affect the car?
I believe with the roof on it, they go quicker, but on a day like this, give me no roof any day.
Been a pretty good weekend for you, huh?
Yeah, no, quite surprising, especially coming through with the tyres and everything. I just wasn't expected to do so well. But
why surprising? I mean, you said you've been racing this for a little while now. Those tyres are 3 seasons old.
Yeah, I'm definitely not changing them anytime. So, why? So, no, it's awesome.
Mate, people need to listen to you about looking after a budget.
Yeah, I know, especially with these little kids out here, got to run the tyres.
Are these your daughters?
Yeah, this is Lucia and Blair.
Lucia?
Yep.
Lucia and Blair. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
How do you think of Daddy winning 2 races today?
Good. Good.
Okay, that'll do. Fantastic. All right, let's get the podium underway, shall we? This is the round podium for the Hancock Tyres MX. Oh, hang on, I forgot. There's your chocolate fish. My bad. That's right. Okay. Righty-ho. Here we go. In P3 for the round win, please welcome number 11, Dean Evans. In P2 in the 84 car, welcome Justin Allen. Trophies being presented by Mr. Manawa 2 Car Club himself, Jeff Braid. Thank you, Jeff. And your round winner goes to number 3, Nick Cummings. And that is your podium for the full round of the Hancock Tyres MX-5 Club here at Manfield this weekend. Give them a big round of applause, and lads, open up the champagne, please.
Well done, Stephen, and very, very cool racing in that class here this weekend at Manfield. We'll let them spray the champagne, let them get the celebrations underway here. In the meantime, a lot of competitors are coming out into pit lane just to have a look at the weather above us. The locals tell us the rain should hopefully go around us and stay away, but there is a looming, very dark cloud in the background here.